What's up, fam? This is JQ with Chucktown Customs. Today I'm going to show y'all how to prep a sneaker for painting. I asked to do this tutorial before, finally getting a chance to do it. Well, let's go over the materials you're going to need first. First, you're going to need some acetone. Get it from any hardware store, so you can even get it from Walmart or wherever paint supplies are sold. But you definitely want just raw acetone. Next, cotton balls. Most important part of prepping, 100% cotton. Next, you also want to have a glass dish to put your cotton balls that you're going to soak with acetone, so it won't eat through your container. You won't be going through containers, but glass is the best thing to use for prepping. Some people like to use gloves. I don't. Acetone hasn't really bothered my hands. Maybe I got gator skin, I don't know. But first thing you want to do, pour the acetone directly over the cotton balls in the glass bowl. You can go ahead and let them soak it up. It evaporates real fast. And make sure your container's closed, because it will evaporate out if it's open. But the reason why I pour the acetone over the cotton balls is so you can regulate how much goes onto cotton, because acetone is some strong stuff and it will eat through materials. So I just use cotton balls like this, just dab in a bowl like that. It's really not that hard in prepping a white sneaker. People say it's hard to prep a white sneaker, but it's not. What you're going to do is, while you're taking the wax coating off, prep the sneaker. You want to make sure your surface is dry and there's no moisture or any dust on it, because it's going to make it harder for the paint to stick. So you want to make sure, and you go over with the acetone. And it's not, you want to make sure the leather, you don't have to gray the leather out. It'll start to turn gray and you'll notice the paint and wax on your cotton ball, which I know you can't see on camera, but it'll start to gray the leather, and it takes away that waxy coating and the feeling of it, and it really start you'll start to feel the real leather to it. And if I can take enough off, I can show you what prep leather looks like. I'm also going to put a picture up on the website for y'all to see what prep leather looks like. And make sure you switch out your cotton balls also, because if you don't, and you put too much wax and paint on this, it'll start to reapply onto the surface. Now there's different ways to prep the sneaker for painting. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to just paint a certain area, a base area like this, all this is going to be painted. But if you just want to go over a light area, you're going to use stencils or letters and numbers, you just go over it lightly. You don't, just enough to take the wax coating off. You'll be able to feel the difference as you keep going. Just enough to take it off. You don't want to take the wax or paint off. That way you can still paint it and decorate it, and your paint will still bond, and you won't have to paint a whole base to cover it. It seems like our leather is starting to turn now. Prepping takes time. You don't have to have some patience with it. It does take some time. This one I hit up a little earlier, so it's not taking as long to turn it gray. This is what the prep leather is supposed to look like. It turns gray down here. As you can see, it's starting to gray out, but you don't have to get it totally gray, just enough to where it's real smooth to the touch. If it's starting to, to be smooth, then that means it's ready for painting. But you want to wait until all of this evaporates and you've prepped it enough to what you want to paint. Now going over a surface area, we just want to put something here, but you don't want to apply a whole bunch of pressure to it. Just enough to take that wax coating off. In this area too, we're going to paint. But that's how you prep. Starting out, make sure your areas is gray. Remember that. Or you're starting to take the wax coating off. Doesn't have to be totally gray. And then you can apply your paint to look like this. See, you want no cracks, nice smooth coat. And next time I'm gonna show you how to get it right, just like I did. So having that shoe looking all professional.